Y'all, this story. You all, this story kind of hit near and dear, not because my son or any of my sons have been murdered, but it warmed my heart because these mothers have lost their sons and they have come together. Let's take a look.
When you drive down Lynch Street or even near Ellis Avenue, you will likely see this billboard displayed. Faces of men who have lost their
Moms with sons that were murdered. It's terrible. And although it was a heart-wrenching situation, they found a way to turn it into a positive.
lives to gun violence across the country. Moms or Mothers of Murdered Sons is the organization behind the billboard.
We don't sleep. Anything that you see reminds us of our son, and this isn't somewhere that you want to put your mother.
2 years ago today, Frazier's grandson, Parrish Frazier, was murdered at a Jackson apartment complex. That shooting also injuring his mother. She says while the group is meant to be a source of healing, it's also a message to stop gun violence.
Healing. If your child, grandchild, is murdered, do you ever really heal? And I'm just asking because I'm not in that situation. I've lost someone very close to me. They weren't murdered, but I lost them. And I never really healed from that. So they've been together and they have learned how to steer their emotions into this non-for-profit organization. Or at least I believe it's non-for-profit. But either way, they've come together. And that's what you should do.
In the community.
We just want to reach out and tell the young men, if we don't do something about this, your mother is going to be knocking out on our back door trying to get in our group. And you're going to be on the billboard. And this isn't something that we want to wish on anybody.
A crowd of city leaders, mothers, and family members came out to the event. Some mothers we heard from, including Angela Nelson, whose son Adante Nelson was murdered on Mother's Day in 2019. Also, Tari Tripp, her son Marquise Bell, shot to death in 2020.
You have other mothers on there who can relate to how you feel on a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis.
This is now the 8th billboard displayed by the organization. Frazier says the hope for the billboard is to provide comfort for those who lost their loved one, but all
comfort. I don't believe. Uh-oh. I'm about to bust my foot down with a hammer, y'all. I don't believe there's any comfort in that. Not in a billboard, but I think it's comfort in knowing that there is someone or a group of people who have gone through the same thing that you have gone through, and they are there to support you. Having a support group with anything you're going through is always important.
So a reminder that there's still more work to be done.
90% of these young men that's on these boards, assailants, are still walking around. And hopefully we can make somebody feel some type of remorse as for what they have done.
It's our responsibility to make sure that those signs don't get any bigger. That's on us.
And he's right. It's on us to make sure that the sign doesn't get any bigger. Talk to your children. Mothers, talk to your young men and let them know that you can do whatever it is you want to do. But when it comes to committing crime, when it comes to taking someone's life, those are things that you can't come back from. And you're always going to be seen in a certain way, which means you're going to be harassed. Or you're going to wind up on that billboard and your mom is going to become a part of that group. Talk to your young men. Talk to your young ladies. Let them know that it's okay to be sexy, but you ain't got to be out here with no clothes on. You can be sexy with clothes on. And you don't need to be sexy until you're a certain age. That's just a personal opinion. It's not a fact. So if you want to check out this story, you can head over to 16 WAPT, News of Jackson. And that's where you'll find that story and many more. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Yes, we get out into the community. We go to certain events. We don't go to everything. But we report on things that we feel are important. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Leave me a message. Let me know where you're at.